What's up everyone, welcome to the second episode of Ask GermanGains. So let's get right into the first question, which comes from my good friend the Swolfessor, which is also his name on Instagram and his YouTube channel, so definitely make sure to check him out. I'm pretty sure you will like his content, because I love his content. So, his question is, GermanGains, in your opinion, what's the biggest mistake beginners make? And I have to be honest, I had to think about it quite some time, because beginners make a lot of different mistakes and we've all been there and done it. But I think the biggest mistake is that beginners want too much too quick. And I think the perfect analogy is rock climbing. When you start rock climbing, do you really start with the Mount Everest? No, you start with a small mountain and then you slowly but surely climb up higher and higher mountains, so that you will slowly but surely ramp up the difficulty. But when it comes to weightlifting or bodybuilding in general, people seem to do the opposite. They start with Ronnie Coleman's 2003 Olympia diet and nutrition program. So they do like 50 different sets. They push till failure, they train with such a high intensity with drop sets, supersets. They're in the gym for like 3 hours. They're going there every day. They're eating 12,000 calories, eating 1,000 grams of carbs a day. And then after like 5 or 6 weeks, they're burned out. They don't feel like training. They feel like absolute dog shit. And they stop the journey right then and there. So don't do that. You have to, your body isn't used to any kind of training, so take advantage of it. You have to remember that this is a marathon. You have to implement this in your lifestyle. It has to be something that you can stick to in the long term. So start slow. Start with 3 days a week, training, doing like the big threes and training for like 45 minutes to an hour max. And then as your body gets used to, as you work up your work capacity, then you can start increasing the difficulty level. So start slow and build up from there. Moving on to the next question, which comes from Callum. He also has a YouTube channel. I call him the king of challenges because he does so many challenges. I mean, every week he has some kind of challenge, whether it's a food challenge or a workout challenge like the 1000 rep leg workout. I don't know how it does it, but definitely a great channel as well, so make sure to show him some love too. And his question is, what's your favorite exercise? Here I have to say that this tends to change throughout the years. In the beginning it's like every time I introduce a new kind of exercise, this tends to become my new exercise and the one I tend to make the best progress. But once my progress stalls, I change the exercise and I tend to develop a hate and love relationship with it. But as of right now, I would say that any kind of chest or back hammer strength machine is one of my favorite exercises, just because it tends, you take like the stabilization out of it. So I like to do this after my big threes or after the heavy compound movements. Then I like to do the hammer strength machines because you can really focus on the contraction and the squeezing, really getting a good stretch, a good squeeze, and feeling the muscle work, which is really something that I love doing. So those are basically my favorite type of exercises as of right now. Moving on to the last question of the day, my take on the new classic physique division. And guys, let me tell you, I gotta be honest, I mean, I love the freaky guys. I don't know what it is, it's just something. I like to see the freaky guys out there because that's just something that you don't see every day. It's something special about seeing those really the big guys pushing the limits of what human growth can accomplish, especially guys like Big Ramy. But when it comes to something or physiques that I would like to look like, actually, the classic physique division or the men's physique division is definitely something that I would prefer 1,000 times. I mean, the classic physique guys, they look freaky, they look so aesthetic. And I have to be honest here that the guy that won, Brion, I think you can kind of argue both of them winning. It really depends on what kind of physique you prefer. If I'm totally honest, I would give the win rather to the young guy, the 22-year-old Chris Bumstead, and saying that, man, with 22 years old to look like that, that guy is just a freaking genetic freak. And if you ask me, take Brion's arms, put him on Chris Bumstead, and I think this is like the perfect physique. It can't get much better than this. He's like the perfect combination of size, symmetry, conditioning, and just those classic lines. It looks just amazing. Those guys hitting the old poses, hitting a perfect vacuum. I'm just in love with the new classic physique, and I'm really curious. I think this category is like the future of bodybuilding. I think it will outgrow the open division, and that people will prefer this look. I mean, especially like the mainstream guys. So I'm just in love with the new physique division. So nothing other to say on this. And guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Post your questions down below to be featured in my next Q&A. Other than that, thanks, like I said, for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more content. And I will be seeing all you guys in the next video. GermanGains, peace out.